Hi everybody, it's Jane with Limeade Gal Crafts. Hope you're doing well today. I got my dog Justice with me and we're getting ready to craft. Come join us. For this project you will need a bone folder and you're going to need chipboard. You'll need two pieces that are 12 by 12 and you'll also need two pieces that are 8 by 11. I'll go ahead and leave all the measurements down in the description, and if you have any questions, please feel free to leave me a comment and I will try to help you as best as I can. I'm just going through showing you that I was trying to score through the chipboard like you would scrapbook paper on my trim and score board, and the chipboard is extremely thick, so there's no way to score through. And I found that I wasn't getting a really good straight line, which you can see what I just showed you in the picture. So what I'm going to end up doing, which you'll see as you watch through the video, is that I went ahead and used a ruler and measured out the distance that I needed to score, and used a white paint pen to mark dots along the area that I needed to score, and then I used my ruler with the bone folder and scored the line with the edge of the ruler. So as you can see here, I'm marking a 1/2 inch along the edge, and I'm not sure if this is on the 8 by 11 piece or the 12 by 12, because I apologize, part of the chipboard's out of the frame. And I'm going to say I give credit to those who do these voiceovers all the time on their videos, because it's not easy to try to remember what you were doing when you recorded earlier in the day. But I thought it would be easier to do a voiceover. Now I'm not quite sure that was the right decision. But anyway, so I'm scoring right now with my bone folder. I've marked the part that I wanted to score with the white paint pen, and I'm doing a 1/2 inch score line on the edge. And with this chipboard, because it's so thick, you have to keep going back and forth several times to get a deep enough score line in the chipboard. And you'll see where I have a correction there, because in part of the video, which I don't understand why the correction's showing up now, but in part of the video, in case I didn't edit it out, I kept saying that the board was 8 by 6, but it's not. It's 8 by 11. So right now I'm marking the score line that's further into the piece. I'm thinking that this is the 8 by 11 piece, and I did a 1/2 inch mark, and then I did on one of the pieces I went 4 inches in. So I'm thinking that this is the one that's 4 inches in from the edge. So I'm scoring that right now. And then once you get the score marks in deep enough, you'll have to start bending the chipboard. And I found that it's really difficult to bend because it is very thick chipboard. So I would score a little bit, bend it a little bit, and keep doing this process over and over until it bent. Now when it bends, I couldn't prevent it from getting a little bit frayed on the edging. In this part of the video, I was just referring to, I had done a mock-up of the design before I actually did it on the chipboard, because I wanted to make sure it was going to work out right. So I just used scrapbook paper to do a mock-up and put it all together to make sure that the measurements that I had were correct for the scores. So I'm just referring back to that to make sure that I'm putting my marks in the right place. And this is the other 8 by 11 piece that I did a 1/2 inch from the edge, and then I also did 3 inches from the edge. So I'm scoring this one, and I've sped the video up a little bit because I didn't want it to be too long and boring, but I wanted to be able to show you the process so that you understand what it is that you need to do to get the pieces bent the way that you need them to be. So again, I'm just going through the same process of marking with the white paint pen and then using the ruler as an edge to do the score marks, because you can't do the score marks through the chipboard. It's just much too thick. And I apologize that part of it's out of the frame and my hair keeps getting in the way. I actually cut out a lot of footage from the video because there's parts where all you see is my hair, but I couldn't cut it all out because then you wouldn't see any of the tutorial. So if you have any questions as you're watching this, please feel free to leave a comment, and I will do my best to help you through the process. It's quite simple once you watch the rest of this video and you see how it's all put together. It will make a lot more sense. This is the item that I'm making. So this is the 12 by 12 piece, and then this is the 1/2 inch mark that I scored lightly just so that when I put in this 12 by 12 piece with the 1/2 inch mark, I could get it lined up properly. Now I did use that Crafter's adhesive, but it's really humid here today and we're getting a storm and stuff, so I think that might be affecting it sticking. But you want to make sure that everything lines up properly on all the edges, and that when you close it up, the spine is all together properly. Of course, I had it all together, but it's coming apart, so it would be like that. And then your inside piece here, which is one of your 6 by 8 pieces, is where you attach it here, which I could measure. I could find my ruler. Oh, here's my ruler. If I could measure this, maybe it would help for you to understand where to place it. So this is the 12 by 12. So looking for it's hard to see with this light, the 1 inch mark. There it is. So you're going to go in to 3 1/4 inches approximately is where you're going to place the edge of this. What I did was I placed it in here like this, and I closed up this side, and then I looked down at it to make sure that this edge and this edge weren't hitting each other and stopping one from opening or closing. It kind of just rests in that. This edge rests in there just slightly when it's closed. So once you got it in place right, then you can secure it with adhesive. What I did was, once I figured out exactly the placement, I got a colored pencil, and I don't know if you can see it here in this light. Here, this is coming off anyway. I made a mark so I knew exactly where I wanted my edge to be. So that piece goes in there. And then your last piece, which is your other 8x6, the 8-inch part is going to go along the edge of the 12x12. That's the base of your journal. And this you do a 1/2 inch as well. So you want to line it up at the bottom, make sure it lines up properly. Put adhesive and place it in there. And then this is where you have the 4-inch mark, and you had folded it. So when this closes, you have on the top, you have a piece that's 3.5 inches. So then this top piece and this piece meet each other. And you can use either a magnet for closing it or get a latch type of hook thing, which I'm probably going to do a hook thing because this sits up just a little bit higher than this does. So when you make yours, if you want it to be exactly flush, you might want to actually, instead of making a 4-inch spine like I did, you might want to do it 3 3/4, or even 3.5, so that it sits closer to this one. That's up to you. This is the first time I've made one of these, so I'm not going to claim that it's perfect, but I just wanted to, I've always wanted to make my own journal because I've never found one that's set up exactly the way that I want it. So I figured, why not start? So I appreciate your watching, and if you have any questions, feel free to drop them down in the comments. In the next part of this video, I'm going to be attaching the canvas tape. It's from Diana Wakely Media. It's a 2-inch width and it's 3 yards. It is white. I couldn't find this in black anywhere. If you can find one in black, that would probably be better, but I couldn't, so I just got the white, and I'm just going to cover it with either paint or inks or paper or something, so I'm not really too worried about it being white. So this is the next step of what I'm going to be putting on. So I appreciate your watching, and I hope you're having a great day. And if, like I said, well, I don't know if I said this earlier, but if you want to make one along with me, because I'm going to be doing this videos in sections instead of making it one long video, it's just going to be a little section every week. So if you want to join along and do this with me, that would be awesome. And if you have an Instagram where you share your photos, or on Facebook, drop a link down in the comments and let me know where I can see what you've created if you decide to join me. So if you do want to get started, you're going to want to get your chipboard. I got mine from scrapbook.com. I can show you the UPC codes. Hopefully you can see those. So if you decided that you wanted to do this with me, this is what I got. There's other chipboards out there. This one's pretty heavyweight. It's pretty thick. I wanted it to be sturdy. You could get a lighter weight one, or like I said, you could use even heavyweight scrapbook paper if you wanted to make just to practice or something. So if you have any questions, just drop them down in the comments, and I appreciate your sticking with me and watching. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.